Let's Talk with author Dre Lett is a show that informs, inspires, and motivates. All shows are taped in front of a live virtual audience. Make sure to follow us so you can be notified when a new show is available on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Also follow us if you want to be a part of our live taping. Grab your beverage and snacks, get comfortable so we can let's talk. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Let's Talk. I am your host, author Dre Lett. This is the show where we inform, inspire, and motivate. This is the show where we get you going during these tough times and beyond. So come on in the room and have a seat so we can let's talk. You guys, I'm so excited about this month. This is March, Women's History Month. And it is so amazing that we're going to be honoring so many amazing women out there that's getting it done and making a difference in this world. So tonight, I say, let's talk about I Do. Right. I Do is a song that pop group duo Saint Oshun has written, sung, produced, and actually filmed a music video. They're going to be on a little later to unveil their new song and their music video. So you guys make sure you stay tuned for that. Also, we've got KG Wilson. He is a non-violent peace activist in his community who loudly says, I do everything possible to stop the violence in my community. He is here as well, and he'll be on the virtual stage shortly. So super excited about our guest tonight. You guys, I want you to make sure you chime in if you're watching this live. Put in the comment section your name and where you're watching it from, what city, so I can give you a shout out. And as always, if you're watching in pre-recorded phase, DM me and send me a message and say hello, because I truly appreciate your support. I know Friday night is a hot night. Everybody's going out. But believe it or not, a lot of people stream the show and watch it the night of and mostly the day after and the day after that. So I'm so grateful for your support. Okay, you guys, so let's get into hearing a message from our sponsors. As you guys know, I'm big on entrepreneurship, and my sponsors are thebomb.com. So let's take a listen and hear from them.
City Nights exclusive.
Introducing City Nights, one-of-a-kind flavored hemp-based vodka made from only the highest all-natural ingredients without any preservatives. The flavors are pineapple lemonade, ginger honey, and honey apple. Taste the City Nights experience. You can order the flavored hemp-based vodka on our website at citynights.com. This All right, you guys, that was the message from our sponsors. You guys make sure you support them. Like I said, I'm big on entrepreneurship. Okay, so let's see who is checking in and who wants to say hello. Hubby is watching from the man cave. Of course, he's a producer. Love you, babe. Mwah. Let's see who else is watching. Carla, hey lady, how you doing? Yay, yay, yay. So glad you could tune in. I missed you last week. There was a big skating party, you guys, last week, and I didn't go. So I miss Carla again, but that's okay. If you go into Detroit Soul Skate, I will be there. Yes, indeed. Okay, let's see who else is checking in. Oh, hey, cousin Diana, how are you? Love you. She says, hi, everyone. Las Vegas checking in. Welcome to March. Yes, how was Super Bowl? Did Las Vegas survive Super Bowl? Usher was out there doing his thing and skating. Woo, how was it? Did you go? And was it crowded? Was it mayhem? All right. And we also have my soror. Hey, Sean. She's a skater as well. How are you? Happy first day of March. Yes. Thank you so much for you guys not being scared to say anything. I see several of you watching that's maybe a little shy, but it's all good. I appreciate your support. Definitely. And it's amazing that my cousin Diane and Sean was talking about March being today being the first day of March. So what I chose to do, as some of you know, March is Women's History Month, right? So the month you're supposed to go through and talk about women who made history. And actually, on my birthday next week, March 8th is the actual day that they have International Women's Day. And so I wanted to give a special tribute to some ladies that I feel are, oh my goodness, outstanding. So you guys take a look at this video. I think you're going to enjoy it. And again, they are women that I think are outstanding, of just a huge applause and pat on the back for their work that they've done. Check it out. Take a listen. March 8th is International Women's Day. This is a day that celebrates the social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women. The day also marks a call to action for accelerating women's equality. Here on Let's Talk, I wish to honor Vice President Kamala Harris, our first woman of color who helped get the H.R. 55 bill passed, also known as the Emmett Till anti-lynching bill passed. It took 122 years to get this bill passed. Thank you, Vice President Kamala Harris. Ketanji Brown Jackson, the first African American Supreme Court Justice who has vowed to work for the benefit and to make sure justice is for all Americans. Thank you, Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson. New York Attorney General Letitia James, the first African American woman to be elected as Attorney General in the state of New York. She has vowed to go after all criminals. Thank you, New York Attorney General Letitia James. My mother, Kathleen Lambert, an accountant who first opened her income tax and accounting services out of her home in 1980 and ultimately had offices in California, Nevada, Michigan, and Louisiana. She was doing taxes and helping UAW workers of Detroit with their returns and helping them get back large refunds. She was in the game before all the gigantic tax preparers. She has since retired and enjoying life of traveling and relaxation. Thank you, Mommy. My aunt, Virginia Perez, one of the first female supervisors with the Oakland, California Army base, where her and her team was responsible for shipping Army goods to the various exchanges throughout the world, including Hawaii, Philippines, and Europe. I also wish to honor my aunt because she cares for my 101-year-old grandfather. Thank you, Aunt Jenny. Thank you to the ladies for being an excellent example of what a true, strong, intelligent, classy Black woman should be. Happy Women's History Month and happy International Day, ladies. Thank you for your service. Yes, you guys, that is awesome. I just wanted to acknowledge those women for the hard work that they've done and paving the way for other women out there. So thank you very much. Also want to give another shout out to a good girlfriend of mine. She just retired from public school teaching at the Atlanta public school system and DeKalb public schools of 30 years. Congratulations. Congratulations, Miss Beatrice Niesman. I know her as B. All right, you guys. So let's get into my guest. I'm so excited to have him here with us. When he reached out to me, I was just so ecstatic that he wanted to come on Let's Talk. You guys, this is Mr. K.G. Wilson. He's a public figure and a nonviolent peace activist who has worked tirelessly in the Minneapolis area for 20 years. He's the founder of Hope Ministries, lead spokesman for the Sharez Jones Foundation. He's the founder of United in Peace Incorporated, and he is, sadly enough, the grandfather of Anaya Allen, who was shot and killed in May of 2021. You guys, help me welcome to the virtual stage, Mr. K. Wilson. Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm blessed to be here. Blessed to be here.
Yes. First off, let me give you my condolences about your granddaughter. I'm so sorry. I know that had to have been tough to bury a baby. I am so sorry.
Yeah, very much devastating. It still is. It just lingers, and especially when uh, me and my family have no justice. That just adds to it, and it just, there's no closure, and it just don't go away. So it's something that I would wish on nobody, not even uh, her killer's family. I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
I'm so sorry. Well, I know you're in the car doing this interview because you are just so busy trying to find out who it was that, that bullet came from that gun, and you're out there working in the community to get it done. So I appreciate you taking out time to do this interview. I thank you so much for that. As I said in your bio, or read in your bio, you've been an activist in Minneapolis for over 20 years. Can you tell me more about your work that you're doing?
So actually, um, I started out doing street ministry outreach, and that outreach was a street ministry that I started in '91 in Chicago before I came to Minnesota. And so when I first got here to Minnesota, I had not found my way yet or what I actually wanted to do, but I saw the hurt and the pain and the suffering of my people, and what they were going through. And I said I needed to start this ministry back up, which was called Hope Ministries. And the reason why I called it Hope Ministries, because I didn't want to do what everybody else was doing, which was religious, and there was so much separation in different types of religion. I wanted to do something that was international, which was hope, because what was happening was I was looking around the community at my people who were hopeless, and that they needed a message of hope and healing brought to them. And so that's how I started out here.
Wow, that's amazing. And that's so selfless of you to actually do that. Your selfless tiredness and work as a community activist. So while you were out there doing that, I'm sure your world came to a screeching halt when your grandbaby Anaya was shot and killed. And you and I talked offline. She was very close to you. Can you tell us more about this beautiful soul?
So, you know, Anaya was my family, and if you would have met her, you would have known like right away that she was the example of love, the example of forgiveness. You know, just an angel. You would have known that she's an angel here. Nothing could have prepared us, me and my family, or me, for the day that she was shot. I never would have thought out of in my worst nightmares could I have ever thought of something like that. Um, she actually, I was ready to retire before she was killed, but I stayed because I wanted her to have a papa that was in the community with resources, that was positive, a positive role model that she could see, and try to become similar. I really believe that she probably would have been some a great sister, like some of the sisters that you gave honor to at the beginning of the show. I thought that was beautiful. Yeah, and so I saw that, and so in me, she inspired me to keep going on. She inspired me to continue to be loving and caring and compassionate, because I would see it in her, and I would see it in this little girl, and she had this laugh that was like no laugh I've ever heard in my entire life. It was
Mm.
the silliest, most beautiful laugh that even sad and angry as I am about what happened, sometimes I think about her little silly laugh, and it makes me smile or makes me laugh. But yeah, I like I said, if I'd have met it, say to meet an actual angel on this earth, it would have been Anaya.
Oh, wow. I bet she was a beautiful little girl. My
Oh
goodness.
man, you'd have
Mm.
just adored her. You'd have said, "KG, can I just keep her with me for a little while?" You just, I
Oh,
mean, oh my God,
wow.
just a devastating, devastating loss.
Wow.
Nobody, no family, nobody deserves anything like that.
No. Right. Yeah, I can imagine. What do you have to say to the shooters that killed Anaya? First off, how did it happen? Was she outside playing and it was a drive-by? What actually happened?
So what I was told that two girls got into a fight in the area.
Mm.
Uh, and one girl called for some backup or whatever. And Anaya was sitting in the back seat of her mom's car eating a Happy Meal,
Oh.
which is what she loved, McDonald's. And so I guess a shootout happened, started after that, and one of the bullets struck Anaya in the head.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Mm.
And so yeah, that just a nightmare that I continue to see over and over again. But yeah, and so then she lost her life. She didn't make it. Around that same time, I don't know if you read it, but I got to bring it up because there was 3 children that were shot around the same time.
Mm.
And so there was another little girl who was shot only a little time before her, and she lost her life also.
Oh
She was
wow.
9, and Naya was 6, and
Mm.
they both lost their life. But there was a little young child that was that's 10 years old. His name is Ladavion. He was a survivor.
Oh wow.
So he's still here with us, thank God, and he's healing, a little soldier. I say,
Oh,
man, he's one of the strongest soldiers I ever met in my life. But he's still, healing from that. But yeah, that's from the story that I was told happened.
wow. And so have you guys been able to find out who shot? Do you know who the bullets came from? And what do you have to say to those individuals who shot that gun? My goodness.
I listen. It's going on 3 years. We're about to do an anniversary, 3-year anniversary. I continue daily on Facebook. There's days that I'm angry and I'm furious, and I'm speaking to her shooter, and not only the killer. I'm speaking to the people who know who he is. I'm
Mm.
speaking for the going on 3 years. I've been doing this daily on social media, on the news, in the newspapers, wherever I can get the word out. Then there's days where I'm emotional. I'm emotional, and I'm begging and I'm pleading and I'm humble because it hurts so bad that it takes you to a place where, okay, now I'm begging and I'm pleading. Alongside of that, uh, there's still $180,000 cash reward.
Mm.
You're talking about in one of the poorest sections of North Minneapolis. There's $180,000 cash reward that's been sitting there for going on 3 years, and nobody uh, will even respond to that.
Wow.
And so, here and now, I'm quite sure, like I said, I don't think there's nothing that Anaya's killer doesn't watch or read about me.
Mm.
So I'm quite sure right now he has a front row seat. So right now, again, like I have been doing for the last going on 3 years, young man, if you're watching right now, our family is still hurting. I gave all I could for 18 years in the community before I retired. I asked for nothing but peace. I gave love and compassion to a lot of families who lost a loved one. I don't know if you were one of the ones that I helped, but I continue to beg and plead with you to make things right with God, the community, and our family. It is time to stop running, ducking, dodging, and hiding. You gotta be miserable. You gotta be miserable. You can end this. You can end this now, today, while at this interview or after this interview. You can turn yourself in. You can turn yourself in. My family is crushed My family is hurting. You took away a future community leader in Anaya Allen. If you would have met this beautiful little angel, I believe you'd have turned yourself in the day of if you would have met her, because you'd have loved her and adored her, and you'd have been hurt so bad by what you did to this little angel. So I continue today here on camera, on this show, to beg and plead with you again tonight to please turn yourself in and end this. End this.
Yes. Yes, I agree. We definitely gonna lift it up in prayer to
Not
God.
too long.
Yeah, God will just open a door and let him just come forth and turn himself in. Oh my goodness, that's got to be heart-wrenching. I know it's got to hurt. I know it's
It
got to
does.
hurt.
It does. It does.
So have you done any foundation or done anything in her honor? Are you getting the community? Are they, is there a scholarship or anything?
No, no,
Any way
no,
we can help?
because right now it's all about 100% justice mission. Right
Okay.
now, yes, I do have some things in my head, but
Mhm.
it's all right now just justice, this
Okay.
justice. Because lastly, let me say this to you:
Mhm.
me pleading and begging for justice that a child killer turns himself in, it's not just for me and my family and it's just for us, it's the safety of another child being shot and killed.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, you're right. I totally understand it.
So yeah, yeah. But yeah, I got some things in mind, and I hope we can stay in touch in the
Yes.
future. And you can see, I'll definitely be going live when we do her memorial here coming up in May.
Okay.
And so we'll have something planned then, and I'll make sure that you and maybe the viewers can get a chance to see, and they'll get a chance to see my family. And we, like I said, we're just living our lives and just holding on to her spirit. But like I said, continually to demand justice, and I will not give up until I take my last breath.
I understand. And I will definitely keep you and your family lifted in prayer. And you guys, if you want to get in contact with KG Wilson, his information is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Reach out to him. If you want to donate to the cause, to the community of Minneapolis, reach out to him, because we need more men and women like yourself that'll get down in the trenches, help the community, help bring, justice to the babies, to everybody's killers. This drive-by shooting, we need to just stop it. We need to just love on one another. I say that every time I go live, love on each other. So I will definitely keep you and your babies, your daughter, your son, your family in prayer. There's some comments here. Sean says they may think they got away with something, but God sees and knows all things. What's done in the dark will come to light. That is so, so very, very true. That is so true. And
Exactly.
you've got another supporter, Tracy. She's putting Anaya with a heart, definitely. So yeah, you are more than welcome to come back anytime, KG,
Okay.
Wilson, to just share whatever you need. But we are here for
Appreciate you
you.
so much. I really appreciate
Absolutely.
you, and my family appreciates you so much. I know that God places on your heart to do this because believe it or not, there's people who don't want to talk about it. They don't want to think about it. They don't want to remember it because it's so shameful and so hurtful that you know. But us as a family, we can't do that. You know what I mean? We can't do that. And
I know.
so we thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts for taking the time out to do this. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for reaching out to me, because this is my ministry of giving back. So thank you. And you're welcome here anytime. Okay. And I will
Yes,
definitely keep you in prayer.
thank you.
Thank you.
God bless you.
God bless you as well. Bye bye. Okay, you guys, that is Mr. Wilson. You guys definitely support him and his cause with trying to find the killers of his granddaughter and the violence in the community in Minneapolis. I never knew that it was that bad in Minneapolis. Whenever I hear the name Minneapolis, I always think about Prince, right, and the movie Color Purple, and so. But I guess it's pretty bad, like it is everywhere. So you guys definitely keep him and his family lifted in prayer. Okay, you guys. So we're going to move along to my next guest. Thank you, Mr. Wilson, for coming on. Let's talk. My next guest, you guys, they are no stranger to the show. They are always on, and I love them to pieces. This is the pop duo Saint Oshun. They just released their new single and video called I Do. You guys, I want to share this with you. I'm going to interview them after the video. So let's take a listen to their new video song. So let's cue this bad boy up so y'all could listen to it. All right. I feel like it when you touch me. I feel love like I never felt. I'm still running from something I don't know. It could just be myself. Your love's problematic to me. Maybe it's the wrong time. I just want a good time. Body's getting closer to me. Maybe it's the wrong time. I don't really wanna love you, but I do. I don't really wanna trust you, but I do. Just know this life is complicated. Yeah, we knew. Don't you think we need another drink now? Give it to me right now. Tonight's funny. When the Uber came, I swore that I would be alone. I'm still running. If I let you in, will you be everything I want? Your love's problematic to me. Maybe it's the wrong time. I just want a good time. Body's getting closer to me. Maybe it's the wrong time. I don't really wanna love you, but I do. I don't really wanna trust you, but I do. You know this life is complicated, but we do. Don't you think we need another drink now? I can't do this right now. What if I said I don't want you? Would you run to me on the brand new? What if I said I'm down, I want you? Would you be true? Would I run to you? I don't wanna say I love you, but I don't wanna say I trust you, but I do. You know this life is complicated. You'll be true. Don't you think you need another drink now? I can do it right now. I can use another drink right now. Give it to me right now. Ooh, I can't take another bigger risk now. Yes, that was Saint Oshun. Was that video not fire? Oh my gosh. You guys help me welcome to the virtual stage pop duo Saint Oshun. Hey!
Hey.
Hey, C Dub and Portia. How are
Hey.
you?
How
I
are
love
you?
the hair, girl.
Thank you.
That song and video was fire. Oh my God, I love that song.
Thank you.
I love that song. So, you guys always have inspiration of writing. And so, what was this one based on? Because it sounds like he's hesitant to get in a relationship. And tell us about that.
You want to talk about
I'm
what
gonna
started?
let you go because this was your creative direction.
Well,
You fix this.
The song actually wasn't written for us. We
Oh,
we wrote this song with a producer for a major label artist that I won't say the person's name,
okay.
but they ended up getting in an argument with their record label and are not going to record anything because they're
No.
not happy. I don't know, other than they're not happy with the money they're getting, so they're not going to record anything right now.
Oh, wow.
So in that process, we ended up finding out that there was a music licensing company that was
Okay.
interested in picking up that song for a TV show. So we said, well, if they're going to pick it up, we need to actually have it released. So if people hear it on the TV show, they can go someplace and listen to it. Like, oh, I like that song. Let me see where I can do a Shazam it or look it up or whatever. So
Mhm.
we ended up recording it ourselves because the original version I didn't sing on it because it was for a female artist. So
Okay.
I didn't sing anything on that song. And then once it came time for us to release it as Saint Oshun, I was like, okay, let me see if I can get in where I fit in. And I did my little parts. And so that's kind of where that song started. And we didn't write it with us in mind. It just ended up being a song that people liked, and we saw an opportunity, so we ended up releasing it as Saint Oshun.
Yep.
Is that right, Portia?
That's exactly.
Oh
I
my
didn't know
God.
you were going to tell that part of the story.
Oh, I didn't know if you were asking about the song or the music video. Those are two different things.
Well, both actually. Where the concept of the music video come from? I mean, I
I
love
was letting him do the music video, but the song I could have did. But
I'm sorry. I misunderstood which part of the answer I was supposed to give. So for the music video, I wanted to represent kind of what you were talking about. Portia sings much more of the song than I do, and you're
Okay.
absolutely right. Like it's about a person who is not sure if they want to commit. They think maybe, maybe not. And I think we've all been there where we've met somebody and we kind of think maybe, but we're not sure. And so this music video just takes it to that kind of weird place that we always take it, just little kind of spiritual place where Portia has the ability to turn people into statues. And so we see, if you pay attention, if you go back and watch, you will see there are other statues in this music video which relate to the fact that she's done this before. And
Okay.
that when she has a problem with committing, and eventually, if you keep watching the music video, she gets too close to me. She traps me in this glass case, and I end up being a statue at the end to join all the other statues that you've seen
Oh
because
yeah.
she doesn't want to commit.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I do get it now. Oh wow, that video was amazing. Oh my God. And Portia, the makeup, the different look you had, that was
yeah,
awesome too.
yes. I was going to ask this on social media at some point, but I have two different colored eyes, and I don't
I
even
noticed
think
that.
you realize that. Oh, you did?
I did. One was like
I'm
light
gonna do
blue. Yeah.
a little trick.
And that was Portia's idea. It was a great idea.
Actually, you know what? It happened right on set. That's when I came up with the idea. Because I was like,
Wow.
oh, I got to put these weird contacts in. And then I put one in. I said, wait a minute, this is the vibe. We just going to go with the one.
It was awesome. It definitely, that's the thing about music videos that I like is something to catch you, grab you, something that's different, that's not the norm. So yeah, I love that song. That is amazing. So you guys been touring and all kind of stuff and doing little concerts and so forth. What are the big plans you have for this year? Any more songwriting or
So we're currently on a trajectory to put our very first album together. I know, yay, right?
Yay!
So that's what we're working on right now. And the plan is to like release content way faster than we have in the past.
Okay.
So I'm talking like a song and a music video every other month.
Okay.
Till which month? September.
Okay. I
And
love
then
it.
between that, we'll be writing more songs between the releasing and getting the whole album together, and then releasing the album.
Wow. That's gonna be fire. Because it's so much everybody's doing the same thing. Even I'm not gonna say no names, but there's a lot of female singers out there. They all sound alike, they got that same little sound to come through the
Oh,
nose.
I know. I'm like, where's the flavor at?
Right. Oh my goodness. So, but that's what I love about you guys. You bring it. It's totally different. When you hear it, you're like, what is that? That's something different. I love it. That's amazing. Y'all keep pushing and keep doing it because we need that. We definitely need that. So, how you guys managed to stay in the game so long? I mean, every time I open up social media,
Oh my
I
God.
see y'all doing something and Charles is posting. So I'm like, look at them. I love it.
I know. Like, when did we do our first interview with you?
Oh
Was
my
that
gosh.
2 years
I think
ago?
3 years ago, right?
Probably 3. Because that's when we moved here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that is a fine question. That's one of the best questions.
You've done
I'm
a
still
lot.
trying to convince myself. How am I still here?
It's a blessing because so many people they don't make it. You know what I mean? They don't make it as far as you guys have. They give up.
It's
And
easy to give up because it's
yeah,
not easy.
girl,
It's not easy. You got to decide how bad do you really
want
want
it.
and not really be ashamed of that answer. So you know, you can't, I mean, don't, if you really want it, listen, anybody that's listening, don't have a plan B. Just don't have one.
Just go for it.
Don't have a plan B. Like, oh, you know, if this doesn't work out, then I'll just move back to Milwaukee. Nope, that's not what you're doing. That doesn't exist. What is that one story?
That's what I was going to say.
Where the troops were led
Mhm.
to this island on a
Mhm.
ship or
Mhm.
something,
Mhm.
and the general or whoever the head of the
Mhm.
troops were, they burned the boat.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I always love the story because then, you know, there ain't no plan B. We either gonna die, we either gonna win, or we gonna die trying. Like, there is no going back,
Wow.
which puts a whole different motivation on it.
To make you get it, grind and get
Like,
it. Yeah.
there is no like, I'm gonna be the last man standing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what is that story though?
Yeah, so the story
Is it a
is
true one? Because I've heard it a couple times.
yeah, they say it's about Greek soldiers, but
Okay.
I don't know. I can't say if it's real or not. But
Okay.
yes, Greek soldiers, they're going out to take over the city. They get onto the shore, and the general is informed by one of the spies, there is a very great likelihood that you will die in taking over the city. There's no way to take over the city without huge casualties. You're better off to retreat now rather than try to take the city.
Wow.
So the general, in his mind, he says, well, if the men know this, they will retreat. If the men see that we're losing, they will retreat. Therefore, I will burn all of our ships. So we will either take the city over or we will all die in the process of taking the city. There is no possible way to retreat. And I think that's what Portia's saying, and I agree 100%. I think if you want to talk about how we burned our bridges, how there is no plan B for us. There literally, we have to make this work. And when that's the only option, then you stop thinking about ways about how can I get back in what I used to do? How can I get back into a safe place? The only safe place is winning. And even that's not safe. It's just secure enough where you can then move into the next vision that you have for your dream. So that's where we are. And I feel like that's how we've continued to push forward. It's not that we've had so much success that have money falling out of our pockets and we're slapping people with it. Like, we're still pushing forward, but we have no retreat. There is no way for us to retreat. We either win or we die trying.
And I think you guys are going to win. Definitely. I mean, you just wrote a song for a recording artist. That's huge, right?
Yeah, we wrote 3 songs for
Okay.
2 major label artists.
Wow.
So there's a lot of opportunity here in Los Angeles. Trust me. You know, that was one of the reasons why we decided to move. It's like, you're in close proximity to all the opportunities. Now, the opportunities aren't just there waiting for you to be like, hey, I'm looking for somebody to take my opportunity. Like, no, like you have to be having conversations, very proactive, meeting people. But with that, we got the opportunity. Like, in fact, do you want to even tell the story how you got the opportunity? Because it's a very great story.
Okay.
It was I'll leave out names, but so up until this week, I have been driving Uber in crazy amounts of hours, driving Uber. And I was back last July. I gave a guy a ride, and as we're talking, we're just talking, we're chit-chatting. I tell he's British. I said, what brought you here? He said, oh, I'm applying for a job at I'm blanking on which town.
It was a label or
no, it's a talent agency. It's a talent agency.
Okay.
One of the big ones out here. He said, I applied for a job to one of the executive jobs. So that's amazing. So we talked about that for a little while. And I said, oh, I'm in the industry too. And so he asked me a little bit. And so in that process, he said, well, can you play me something? I'm curious what you guys sound like. So I played him a song. He said, play me another one. I'll play him another one. I'll play me another one. Played him another one. So it ended up being, we ended up playing him 3 songs. He said, okay. Do you guys write your own stuff? I said, yeah, we write it. he said, are you guys able to write for other people? And we're like, I'm not where I'm me is me in the time I was the one driving. I said, yeah, absolutely. Like we write our own stuff. We have other producers. I'm sure if we need tracks specifically for a style, we can get tracks. Or what do you need? He said, well, I have two artists. If I said their names, you would know who both of them are. They are both recording. Would you guys be able to record songs in the style of X, Y, and Z? I will send you some samples.
Wow.
We definitely could. So that's how those opportunities came up. It was literally just
And even then, didn't you have to follow with him for a few times before?
I had to follow up with him, and then
like it just didn't. Yeah, there was some work involved, but
oh yeah,
just to stay connected, because that's kind of how it is around here. Like people might be interested in passing, but then it turns into a fleeting situation because it literally is in passing. And people are busy, and so you got to just keep calling, following up, because somebody could genuinely be interested, but it's just not their priority.
Yeah.
Where's the holidays and da 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 da. So yeah, there was some following up, and then we ended up actually writing 3 songs in 1 week.
Really? Oh my
and when I say writing, I don't mean just writing down the lyrics and the melodies. Like the production was done, the lyrics and melodies were done, and we mixed them. We sent it to an engineer to mix and master. Like it was radio ready. Just that's what the demos sounded like, because we wanted the demos to sound really good.
Yeah.
So we did that in one
week.
I couldn't believe that we
wow.
It's
like just because you hungry, you want it.
Right. When you have an opportunity, you be like, I'm about to stay up late. Like that's
right. right. I totally get it. When you want it, right? Yeah. That's amazing.
You could be like, oh, that's an opportunity. Like he's gonna come often. Like let's make it work. Like
and driving for Uber is a genius move. You know why? Because look at all the people you come in contact with.
I know.
That's awesome.
I've had celebrities in my car.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. At least a handful of times. I'm trying to think. 1, 2, 3. I can think of 3. And probably more than that. There was a few times where, like during the Grammys, then people were getting in the car and they wouldn't want to tell you who they were. Probably because they, people try to protect their identity. So
yeah,
who knows why? But I was with a guy that was a manager for these producers that they were in the back seat. So I was driving, and he was like, we were having such a good time, and it was a long ride. I was taking him to some party in Hollywood Hills, and they invited me to the party, and I was like, yeah, like it was one of those moments. But I kept trying to like make conversation with the 2 guys back. He's like, I can't really tell you who they are. They won't like that.
Wow. Wow.
Like, because I guess they were producers of some like really big, who knows? Could have been for Harry Styles. Like, I don't know who they was.
Oh,
but it'll be things like that. But yeah, you're right. Uber, as much as I don't like it anymore. As much as it just wears down on me, I feel like it at least in this city it is a really, really, really great opportunity to just run into and meet, meet all kinds of people.
And when they ask you for a demo, you've got it ready, right? It's right there. Boom. That's awesome.
Oh yeah. And we, I got it all. Like I got the cards to hand out,
I know that's right. That's how I'm with Let's Talk. I wanted to go into syndication big time, right? So it's like the minute they say, well, you got a couple. I got plenty. Here you go.
Right.
The last guy I ran into, the conversations are funny because you never know who you're talking to. So I picked him up from the session. Then I was like, "Are you like an artist?" Or he's like, "No, I'm a producer." And then I'm like, "Oh, really? We're always looking around for producers and shopping around." And he's like, "What kind of music you do?" And then we talked about my stuff, but I want to talk more about his. I was like, "Let me find you on IG." So I did, like in the middle of the ride.
Okay.
And I was like, because it said Grammy winner.
Oh,
I was like, "Oh, you won a Grammy?"
I know that's right.
He said, "Yep." I said, "What song? Like, tell me
Uh-huh.
which song?" And he's like, 2014, Drunken Love. I said, "Oh."
What? Wow, that's
you
awesome.
you know I had to like reverse engineer it, and I went and looked at his name in the credits. There it was.
Wow, that is so cool. So
I
what do
said,
you guys got next? Are you guys working on another music video? Because I got to have you back on when you release it. My people love you guys.
"Yay!"
Yeah, we literally just, when I say literally, 15 minutes before we sat down to talk with you, we sent out the track, the next single for distribution.
Okay,
And that releases March 29th. We shoot the music video in 2 weeks.
awesome.
When we say we're releasing every other month, we're releasing every other month.
Okay,
So that's, yeah, we have another song being released in a month now. It's March 1st,
okay,
right?
Mhm.
So this month we release our next single.
awesome.
Yep, the video is gonna be shot.
Mhm.
Coming up real soon,
2
the next
weeks.
couple weeks.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, you guys are welcome to come back as always. I cannot wait until the whole album is done. Whenever I put your stuff out that you guys are coming up, people are so excited. So we love you guys. Keep
Yay.
pushing, keep doing your thing, keep driving Uber. Next time Beyonce might get in there. Who knows?
I ain't trying to.
Oh Lord.
The Uber is like, I'm looking for how to leave. Charles, he called it quits. Actually, this
Week.
past week.
No, don't give up.
It really does.
Oh, go ahead.
It's difficult that like the nature of it, and still having enough of energy to do what we do. I
Okay.
mean, today just alone, we were wrapping up the next song, like literally wrapping it up, like the final touches, like the cover art, the mix and mastering, just the last little bit of touches. So we were
Wow.
consumed with that since this morning, so that we could send that through distribution. In the meantime, Charles is working on the production to an 80s song. That's a whole different other project, for a licensing placement opportunity for some TV show on Amazon Prime, I think.
Movie.
Mm-hmm. Then after that, he's listening to other songs to see if those are viable things that we want to do. And I'm trying to think of what else we were doing today. Like, it was just a lot. Like,
Just pace yourself. You got to just pace yourself.
and then you're just trying to get it all done.
Yeah.
And still afford living in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Uber is not it, but that's why we're trying to grab these other opportunities, because they would be financially rewarding.
Absolutely.
Rewarding.
Well, you guys definitely come back. We want to hear your new stuff. I'm so proud of you guys. Keep doing your thing. And I'm downloading that song. I love it.
Oh, I do. Well, wait till you hear the next one. I think you'll really love it. The next
Okay.
one, it's a little bit more R&B flavor.
Okay. Well, yeah, you guys got to come back and unveil it. So I'm looking forward to having you guys back. C-Dub, you and Portia, you guys let me know your availability, and you are more than welcome here on Let's Talk. Okay.
Let's talk.
See y'all soon.
See you soon. Thank you, Dre.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. You guys, that is Saint Oshun. They are the bomb.com. I love them. Their music is amazing, and they're motivational, in that you got to go after your dream and stick with it and not give up no matter what. And if you got to drive Uber, work at customer assistance, whatever you got to do it to make your dreams come true, right? You got to eat and pay your bills. So you guys, as we close out this amazing show, I want to thank Mr. K. Wilson for coming on and talking about his community, being, a peace activist in the community, and the loss of his granddaughter. And my heart and my prayers go out to him and his family. And Saint Oshun coming on, sharing their new music video and song. Super excited. You guys, this month, as you go forth in the month of March, just kind of think of the women in your lives that inspire you, men and women, think of the women in your lives, whether it's your mom, your aunt, somebody you work with, or a politician, whomever. Just think of them and find your own way to say thank you. So as we close out the show, the positive thought is, as women, this is a quote from one of my favorite people: as women achieve power, the barriers will fall. As society sees what women can do, as women see what women can do, there will be more women out there doing things, and we'll all be better off for it. Yes, that is from the late, great Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, RIP. You guys stay positive, stay lifted. If nobody's told you they loved you, know that I love you. Do one good thing for one person each day, and you can affect 365 lives. Make sure you follow the show. Make sure you hit like, tell your friends about it. And the next time we go live, I'll make sure you know. And with those words, you guys, again, stay safe out there. And I'm out.